Hey guys, Frank here and welcome to another episode of How Did I Shoot This One? Today we have something with a really nice backdrop that actually gives you a little bit of an idea of those 80s and 90s shoots. I absolutely love this one. So in your studio you can have many different backdrops. You can, for example, like most photographers, start with seamless paper. And paper is great, you can get it in many different colors, and as a backdrop it really works nice, especially when you use some accent lighting on it. But in all honesty, it's also a one-trick pony. In other words, it looks great, but besides changing the colors with seamless, it can be a little bit boring. So when we started our first studio, we actually started painting the walls. Now, I absolutely know that not in all buildings you can just start painting the walls. That's impossible for some rents, for example. However, you can also use movable walls, like for example take a big piece of wood, just put some wallpaper on it, some wheels under it, and you can just move it around your studio. But of course you can also use so-called collapsible backgrounds or vinyl or pro-fabric or canvas or whatever you want to use. Everything can go as a backdrop. We even have videos with emergency blankets as a backdrop, imagine that. But every backdrop also demands a certain kind of photography. Like for example, with vinyl backdrops you have really vibrant prints, really sharp and bright colors. So that means that you can use hard light for harsh shadows and it just fits together very nicely. But if you go to material like canvas or pro-fabric, it will photograph a little bit warmer, meaning you will actually go a little bit more towards the warmer tints, more flat lighting or Rembrandt lighting. You can still use high contrast of course, but somehow it just invites you over to a more warm feeling. The material we're using today is a Pro-Fold material. So it's a little bit a mix between canvas and a cloth material. Now this is designed for photography, so it means it's very elastic and you can mount it on many different ways. In this case we've mounted it on our background system. Now the thing about this backdrop is it's just pink, right? There's a little bit of color variations in it of course, but it's a little bit pink. So what can you do with something like this? But with normal backdrops, we of course want it as tight as possible, so we don't want any creases in the backdrop. We want it nice and tight. Now, with these kinds of backdrops, I actually like that there's a little bit of a wrinkle going on. And you can even put something underneath the backdrop, because this one actually folds out all the way over the ground. Now, in this case, we're using a small poof, I hope I pronounced that correctly, under the material, so the model can sit on it, and that also creates nice wrinkles on the backdrop. On the floor in this case, of course. But how do you light something like this? Well, the easy way is of course to just use a big softbox, for example a lantern or a large softbox, and just blast everything with lighting. And in all honesty it looks great, it's the way they did it in the past and it's absolutely great, there's nothing wrong with it. But what if you want to do something that's a little bit more creative? Now the first thing I always try out with new backdrops is how does it work when I put something behind it? Can I actually shine my light through it? And in this case, yes you can. So that also opens a lot of possibilities. For example, we love having lights on the backdrop. But when you have your model on the backdrop and lights on the backdrop, you have one big problem. Unless you can place your lights really high up and aim it down, you will never get the light exactly behind the model in a nice round form, because you're always shooting under an angle. Now, it isn't really a big problem, but it can be a little bit of a problem. So, if you can place your lights behind your fabric, that's actually great, because now you don't have that problem anymore. So, for the first set, we're just going to shoot it with a large softbox. However, the second set, that's where we're going to change it to a light behind the material with a gel. Now, why do I use a gel? Very simple to explain. If you have material like this, you don't just want a white circle behind your model. You want something that actually saturates the colors more. So when you place a gel behind your model in a backdrop like this, you will find out that the colors start to really shine up. And you have a nice vignette in the middle because light falls off over the sides of your lighting. And sometimes accidents happen. And for example, the front strobe doesn't fire. And then you have a nice silhouette, and that's actually the third way that you can use this backdrop. So let's go into the studio so you can see the behind the scenes video and you can see all the three setups. So we start out just the lighting on our model. Then we're going to add one strobe behind the material aimed at our model, and then the strobe didn't fire and we got some really cool silhouettes. As you can see, you can use backdrops in many different ways. Be creative and don't always read the line. This backdrop was designed for means actually we as designers couldn't think of more ways to use this backdrop. You're a creative person. Very sure know that you have at least 3 ways more to use it. So when you buy something, try it out and try stuff that wasn't in the manual. Good luck and see you next time. Hey guys, Frank here, and I want to ask you guys a favor. Now, as you know, we put out a lot of material for you guys, and it's all free. If you want to do me a real favor, share our videos with your friends or on groups. It really helps it out, because the more people subscribe to our channel, the more people that give likes, the more the algorithm picks us up and the more we can actually make videos for you guys. Because do remember, although everything here in front of me is, well, vintage, with your iPhone you can also make great images. And in my channel I will explain everything to you. The techniques I explain to you are for all kinds of cameras. So like, subscribe, share, tell other people about our channel. And also hit the bell notification button so you will be notified when we upload something new. See you again next time. Bye guys.